Might as well start calling this page House Games or something. Ayo, it is week 9 of the vlogs. So today I am starting out with cleaning and testing a Nintendo 64 controller. I took these in untested because the guy seemed like he was in a bit of a rush. And I looked it over and it looked like it's probably going to work because it's not filthy. But I just want to make sure it does work before I sell it. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And then I gotta take care of a stack of games back here that I got. All of these, they should not take very long at all. And then I still got all the stuff on the cabinets up there. I'm gonna be tearing everything down soon, so I don't know if I wanna put all of these out on the floor and then just take them back down. But I think that might be the best way because I still wanna try to keep things as alphabetized as possible. So I haven't made my mind up on that yet, but I'm gonna test this controller, get these games all cleaned up and resurfaced and priced, and maybe I'll work on a console or something. I'm not sure, but we will see when I get there. All right, we got it hooked up. It is a little dirty. I am feeling a little more concerned seeing the amount of dust caked up in these screw holes, but it might not be a problem. Go ahead and test it with Mario 64. I like to use Mario 64 because it gives you quick access to all of the buttons. Whenever I load up this game too, I just want to keep playing it. Alright, everything feels good. Cool. Alright, well it works fine. It's just really dirty. I'm going to have to give it a good scrubbing. If somebody wants to buy it later today, so it's gonna have to be my priority. All right, here I go. All right, it is opened up, kind of caked on here with the gamer gunk, and these are pretty dusty. These are gonna get cleaned. The buttons, nothing like super gross and sticky. It's just caked dust, so that makes me happy that I don't really have to touch it. All right, and then this is gonna get cleaned out around in there. I feel like the stick isn't the greatest, but it is also, it's pretty good. Very little wobble, so it's not broken. Go ahead and clean this and put it back together. All right, completely deep cleaned, looking really nice and shiny. All right, so time to get started on all of these. Got Madagascar here. As I said in the last video, that this one was pretty scratched, really bad. I don't think my buffer is going to be able to fix that, but let's see if it can. Put it on for a minute. It cleaned it up, but it didn't get all of it. So I don't feel like that's gonna work properly. So I'm gonna have to add it to the pile of discs that I cannot buff out because they're just too scratched, and my machine will not get them out. But there is a store actually on YouTube, Double Jump Video Games in Washington. They have the best resurfacer that money can buy right now, and I'm gonna pile up just like a big stack and ship it to them. I'll save a ton on shipping rather than just like shipping one at a time. So, all right, gonna continue on. All right, got it all cleaned up, resurfaced, and priced out. 2 games that I have to send out to get resurfaced, and NBA Street has some top scratching, but it loads still, so I'm still able to test PlayStation 2s with it because I've got to have a blue disc, a gold disc, and a normal disc, as well as a PlayStation 1 disc to make sure that the PS2 is reading. every kind of disc, and I didn't have like a dedicated blue disc, so now I do. Also, speaking of top scratching, a few of the games had top scratching. So there was like, oh, that's from another day, Infinite Warfare, and the other NBA Street had some top scratching in this Harry Potter game. If you don't know top scratching, it's when the label on the disc is scratched. So maybe I could show you. Yeah, you can see right there. Stuff like that is no good. To me, it's practically worthless at that point. Fortunately, I met a guy who will buy any loose disc, no matter what, for 50 cents a piece. So, not a terrible, or not a full, complete loss on it. But even with those games not being considered in the total, I'm still in the green pretty good. So, all right, I am on my way to do a trade. I'm going to trade this controller I did today in Super Mario World 2 for Wave Race on the Game Boy, and then he's going to give me some cash, I'm assuming. And then also I'm buying myself a toy, so I will definitely show you that toy when I get back. There it is, the 3-inch Master Chief Halo 3 toy that I had to have. Got him for 11 bucks. And honestly, I probably would have paid more for him, but she was only asking 11. So super happy to get that little guy. Oh, also here's the statue I got the other week. Looking badass. It is Wednesday. Today I have to put all these games out onto the shelf, even though I don't have any more sales. I decided that it's gonna make things way easier for when I bring everything inside. That if I have all the games together and like the expensive games put into the display cases and whatnot, but I'm gonna leave the handhelds here. Oh, also I got this VHS in a trade. I don't sell VHS, as many of you know, but I love collecting it. So I did a trade for this. Gave him a couple Game Boy games, like cheaper ones. So that was pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna do that, and then I have to work on the rest of the games that I got in trade and from that garage sale last Thursday, and then make a post to Facebook. And then I feel like I really need to start arranging inside of my house to bring everything inside. So I might start that today. If I don't do that today, I'm going to clean at least one of these consoles on the table. But I feel like I need to prioritize getting ready to bring this stuff in, because it's going to take me probably a long time, probably 3 days. That's my estimate. Because last year when I did this, brought everything inside, it took me half of an afternoon. But I have way more shit this year. And I'm a little concerned that I don't have enough space in my house to have everything out. So some things are going to have to go into totes. Like the consoles are definitely going to have to go into totes. I had both of these shelves that I have for my consoles in my house, displaying the consoles, but I think I'm going to have to condense it down to just a small one so that I can use it for stuff like my resurfacer stuff and my soldering gun stuff, you know, like stuff that I need to do the things that I do, if that makes any sense. All right, so I'm gonna try to get a lot done today. I hope I can. I really hope I can. So, all right, I will see you next time. It is Thursday today. I am not going to any garage sales this week. I got stuff that I have to get done here, and I'm trying to save a little bit of money for some stuff I'm trying to buy tomorrow and later this weekend. So yeah, you're getting a rare glimpse into my home. This is where all of the games and stuff is going to be stored. I'm going to have to really rearrange it. Let me turn around the camera so I can film a little better. So everything I'm going to have to move will be all of these totes. I'm putting this big cat tree into my living room. I might have to condense my hat and shoe area down a little bit, like maybe put it over here or something. I don't know. I'm not quite there yet. I'm going to move the dog fountain, into the kitchen. I'm going to throw out this chair because I got that small green chair I'm going to bring in here because it'll take up less space. The TV stand is going to stay, but the TV is going to have to be moved, unfortunately. And as you can see, it's a big TV. So I have 3 options. 1 is to bring it into the basement. 2 is to store it in the garage over the winter. And 3 is to just rehome it. And I don't want to rehome it because I love this TV. I love Xbox. and it's an Xbox Series TV, and I've been playing House of the Dead 3 on it, and it's great for that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the TV quite yet. It's going to be one of the last things I decide on. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to move all of this stuff and figure out how much space I will have, because last year I did not have nearly as much stuff as I do this year, and I only needed 3 shelves, and it took up this amount of space. And I had those plastic shelves I have here with like my consoles, and that was it. But I anticipate it taking from here the whole wall. It's gonna take up the whole wall, I think, and this wall, and I'm gonna have to store stuff on the TV stand. That's why the TV has to go. So, all right, well, here I go. All right, got the totes all in the basement. Now it's time to consider bringing this TV down there. It's gonna be hard, man. Look at my stairs. They are concrete. One has a chunk missing out of it. And as you can see, this is a big, heavy TV. So, wish me luck, holy shit. It doesn't fit down my narrow basement steps. So I took it halfway down and it wouldn't fit through, so I had to carry it back up the stairs. So I'm exhausted by that. And it was scary. So I don't want to get rid of it. So it's just going to have to go into the garage and hopefully it'll be okay. Got that room all cleared out and ready for me to bring stuff in. So I'm pretty much going to try to take this layout that I have right now and just put it inside. I feel like it's definitely too long, but we'll just have to see. So I'm going to start with this shelf. I'm going to take all the games off, put it on the table, and then bring the bookshelf into the house, and then bring the games into the house. So it's going to be a lengthy process. It might take me a couple days to do everything, but this is when I start doing it. Hey, it is Friday today, and yesterday I got about half of the games brought inside. So as you can see, got the PlayStation games and Xbox 360 games. I'll show you that in a little bit. But somebody came out because their friend wanted me to buy some Pokemon games and some other things from them. So let me show you what I got. So all of these I am buying for cash. My cash offer was based off of these also, but they turned out to be reproductions. I wasn't aware of that. So I made him another offer, and I'm just waiting for him to get back to me. And then so here's my authentic one. And you can just tell right out the bat the colors are way off and everything. They also don't pass the translucent test, so you'll hold it up to a light and you'll be able to see through it. I don't know if my phone can capture that while it's recording a video, but maybe I can show you. So you can kind of see right through it, and it's like a purple. But these ones do not do that. So that's the second tell that it's fake. So that was unfortunate, because I would have really liked to get those. But, it is what it is. They're common to be reproduced like that because they're so expensive, and it's ridiculous how expensive that they've gotten that people will just buy like $30 reproductions. And I'm hoping he didn't buy these for $100+ thinking they were authentic. That would suck. But yeah, so he's also going to trade me this and a stack of PlayStation 4 games. And I'm going to give him Battletoads, and he'll have a little left over to spend on something else at some point. And then also, I got a package from my uncle. We did a trade. He got a Smoke Funko, or whatever, the Nintendo 64 Smoke see-through console, but he didn't have a controller. But I had one, so I traded him that controller for a Kirby game on the 64. But I'm looking at his package, and there's definitely more than just a single Nintendo 64 game in here. So let's open this up and see what he surprised me with. All right, so it was a CD binder, but here's the game. And then a CD binder with German written on it with whiteout. That's kind of weird. The satanic symbol, all right. And that, let's open this up. Are there loose video games or something in here? Wow, I did that with one hand. I'm impressed with myself. Okay, let's see. What is this? What the fuck? They're like burnt CDs of a German band, possibly. Eisenbrecht. I'm definitely not saying that right. Yeah, that's what is this whole thing just full of that? What the fuck? Megafix. Okay. Oomph. I've never heard of any of these bands. Alright, well, let me stick one in my CD player and see. Let's go with this one. Alright, I busted my ass and I got every single game in here. Except for my duplicate shelf. I'm going to put those games into totes. So there it is. Happy that I was able to get it all in here. I'm going to have to put the consoles into totes. And I'm going to put a shelf on this TV stand so that I have more shelves going up for me to put random things on. So, I'm tired, exhausted from the day. But I'm going to get back at it tomorrow. I got to do some things like move these hat racks and coat racks. I'm going to put them over here, and then all my shoes and stuff will go over in this corner. And I'm thinking I'm going to put these in the totes because I don't really wear them in the winter time. And I'm going to put another shelf here for I don't know, I'll figure it out, but I'm going to bed. Good night. Ayo, it is Saturday today. I'm in my garage. It's looking rather empty. It's got a big old echo to it now, but everything is inside minus, you know, all the stuff you see. I still got a ton of work ahead of me. I do have somebody who's bringing me out some consoles to buy. And yeah, later today I'm going to Minnesota to bring a bunch of my defective stuff to the guy who likes to buy defective stuff. So I will update you in the next clip. All right, it's got a tub full of stuff. I'm not 100% sure what is all in here. That's a reproduction. But there is, right there, a translucent green Halo original Xbox, and I gotta have that console for myself. So everything's kind of taken apart, and I'm gonna have to put it all together. I'm also gonna have to talk to a couple people to see if they are able to repair or put back together some of these things. So it's going to be quite a bit of work. There's a Dreamcast, a GameCube, PlayStation 3, some random things here and there, a couple t-shirts, an original Xbox inbox, and then like a tub full of random stuff. I still have no idea what's in here, but he's going to give me some time to go through and figure out what I can do. He also was the guy who won the Super Nintendo Classic, so he grabbed that while he was out here. But for now, I am going to drive to Minnesota. I got all the defective things boxed up and put into my car, so I'm going to get that done and then see what I do for the rest of the day. I am back from my trip to Minnesota. He bought all the defective stuff I had, and then I brought him almost all the consoles that I had just gotten that were like taken apart and defective or something in one way or another. So he's going to take a look at all that stuff and let me know how much it's going to cost to like get the things repaired. So it's all in his hands now, just going to wait for him. I do have some time before I'm expected to make an offer on all this stuff, but for now I'm just going to continue bringing random things into my house because I got quite a bit left here. I still got to put all the consoles into a tote. And yeah, let's get it started, I suppose. Just had a couple people come out. Somebody bought GameCube and some games and did a trade with somebody. I got these plus 15 cash for Pokemon Diamond. Someone bought Pokemon Y. So now that that's out of the way, it's time to get back to setting up the room in my house so I can comfortably get everything in there and put these games on the back burner. All this is back burner stuff, so I'm gonna have to get to that after I get everything in the house situated and good to go, because that is priority number one, because I'm looking at everything out here and it is a messy, cluttered, disorganized nightmare. and it's stressing me out a little bit. All right, back in the house. Might as well start calling this page House Games or something, but I got my coat rack and my hat rack moved out of the way. I actually love it in this spot. I wish I had done that from the get-go. A little collection of hats I got here. It's probably my favorite one, this Sunset Overdrive one. I don't wear it often because I don't want to wear it out. All right, so and here's all the Pokemon games I have left. I got 4 Pokemon games left. Man, that's crazy how fast these things sell. And that's why I price them closer to market price, because I just can't keep them in stock. It's crazy, crazy. But I got some good trades. A couple people bought a couple, but the guy who bought Black 2 was having issues with his DS, but he got it all figured out. So I can officially show you this. This is what he traded me, plus, what was it? No, yeah, this is a trade. He traded me all of this stuff, and he got Black 2 and Pokemon X, I think. And then he gave me some cash on top. I don't know. It was yesterday. I have a bad memory, but here it is. These all have the manuals. They're all good. Got Mario. And then, oh, turn this around. 007. Zelda. Bass Hunter. Tony Hawk. Wave Race. Tony Hawk. Mario Kart. Pac-Man. And then Turok. And Mario 64. I'm sorry. Alright, well, cool. That was a great trade. Also I got Cyberpunk and that and this cool game. That when I first sold this to the guy, because I had this exact game at one point, I sold it to him. I was like, damn, I kind of wanted to try that out because it's an Atlas game and it looks really goofy, but it's apparently more like a racing sim and it's not like arcadey and goofy and fun, which this cover makes you think that, right? Okay, so next thing on the agenda is to get the stuff to put on these shelves. So let me knock that out. All right, got that all filled out. It's really starting to kind of look like the garage. I mean, obviously it's laid out a little differently. I had to kind of mix these two things together instead of having like all the PlayStation next to each other. I got Xbox and PS2 and Nintendo there because my AC unit it's not permanently fixed there, but if I wanted to take it out, it'd be a pain in the ass and it's just not worth it. So those are too tall to fit there. So it's fine. It's not a huge deal. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm happy with the way it's looking. All right, the next thing I have to accomplish is getting my shoes in the totes. And also I'm going to take this table out and I'm going to hopefully be able to fit one of my tables I was using out in the garage in here, so it's like more up against the wall. It's not so awkwardly shaped. I don't really eat dinner at this table. I usually eat it in my living room anyway, so that shouldn't be a big deal. I just fear it's going to be too short. The table is going to be too big, but if anything, it's going to be really close. But I will show you that when I'm done with it. All right, cool. I got the table in here. It's kind of snug, like I assumed, and it's gonna prevent me from being able to open up this door. It might bother me, so I'm gonna measure the table and see how well it'll fit here. I feel like it's gonna stick out a little too far though, but I'm not gonna worry about that because I'm gonna go have a couple beers. I'm tired. I'm calling it a night. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Good morning. It is Sunday today. Last night I did do a little more. I put the manuals over here so people can grab them and look through them easily. Again, none of this is an ideal way that I want to have it set up, but it is how I have to do it to keep everything out. I could, put things into boxes and totes and just stack up totes and I'd have a ton of space, but I want people to still be able to come out anytime during the winter and just look around. I know it's not as captivating as it being set up in my garage, but the essence is still here, right? So Today I'm gonna switch these around just so I can get a feel of what it's gonna be like to have the table sticking out a little bit. I might end up having to put it back this way and just living with having that door not be accessible, but we will find out real soon. All right, so unfortunately, I don't think this is gonna work very well. It's gonna be annoying for me just to go into my basement, having to squeeze through there every time. And like I said, I'm a little guy and it's still pretty tight for me. So I'm gonna have to move everything back. Fortunately, it didn't take me very long to set this up and see. I like it this way though a lot more. If it just had 2 feet less or 1 foot less, I could go buy a 5-foot table, I suppose, but I want a lot of space to work. I want a big working space because it's gonna take up all the stuff that I used to work on cleaning games and stuff like that. It's gonna have to take up a lot of space. So that door will just not be accessible. I'll live with it. It won't be a big deal. So let me just go ahead and move it all back and get back to what I gotta get done. Okay, it is much later in the day and I have officially gotten everything where it needs to be, and I am set up for the winter to still continuously run garage games. So people are still gonna be allowed to come out randomly and, you know, look at stuff, but it's gonna be a little more awkward, you know, being in my house, and some people are a little uncomfortable with that, which I totally understand. But I tried to set everything up the best I could so people can easily continue to browse. So like loose games in there, manuals if you want to pull them out, the Game Boy games you can easily sift through, and I have room to continue to get more stuff. And then I have all my consoles. Oh, there's a kitty in there. What's up, Arby? All my consoles in there that are ready for sale if somebody needs one, with the corresponding hookups. And then all my handhelds down here, extra cords and power cords in there. And here I got dirty controllers that need to be either cleaned and tested, cleaned or tested. This one I got clean controllers that I'm saving to pair with consoles. And these are all the controllers I got for sale. If anyone needs an extra controller, little testing station. All this stuff I got in trade for some Pokemon games the other day. Oh, this stack here. Somebody wants to buy all these, but I have to send them a video of them before I ship them out. I gotta get that done today, but I won't film myself doing that. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It took a long time. Oh, this actually. Took a long time, and I'm a little exhausted from it all, so I'm gonna call it a day. Take it easy tomorrow. Maybe just clean these games and whatnot, but I'm gonna eat something and play a game and go to bed. If you made it this far, there's a freaking bug in my house. Oh God. All right, well, if you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. You're the real ones. And I'll see you next week.